The official new year does technically not begin until when? It doesn't begin until the springtime. All right, I've talked about that already on this channel, you all. Um, so without any further ado, let's get into it. We gotta get in where we fit in with this Katt Williams interview, y'all. I was basically I watched it was like a 34-minute clip, and then I did not realize that he had over a 2 hour interview, y'all. I didn't even realize he had a whole 2 hour interview. That man is something else. So y'all, we got to talk about it. He went in, y'all. He went in. How y'all doing? How y'all doing out there? Okay. Excuse the hair. I'm always saying something about my hair, but I washed it like 2 days ago and I'm letting it air dry. It's still a little damp on the inside. So I'm going to take this off, open it up and everything, and, you know, get to it, do what I need to do with it. But that's not why we're here. We're here to talk about this freaking interview, y'all. Can y'all believe some of the things that he said out of his mouth? Yeah, but a lot of people are saying he told truth. And so you have to give credit where credit is due because there are not a lot of people in the industry that are willing to take the risk that he has taken, okay? Because they are going to be in fear of basically, missing out on alleged deals and stuff like that. Now, I do think a lot of things that he said has a lot of validity and truth to it. And yeah, so I mean, the whole interview was just entertaining and just full of jaw dropping, ear hustling, whatever you want to call it. Okay, it was a lot going on in that interview, y'all. But yeah, let me go ahead and share my screen so we can talk about this thing. All right, so hopefully y'all can hear it and see it.
One of them asked for a country bumpkin black dude that can't talk good over KB and look like Mr. Potato Head. There ain't none. You would have to have range. I played a lot of characters, 60 movie roles. I'm not playing Katt Williams in there.
I don't know, Katt. We might not let you drink anymore. The way you. I mean, we ain't even got.
I'm not fueled by alcohol. I've had a sip, less than you.
Now, I want you, I want y'all to take notice of Shannon Sharp's demeanor throughout this interview, okay? Because Shannon Sharp looked a little uncomfortable throughout this whole situation that was going on. And he seemed like he didn't know what to say, y'all,
Sometimes
as the interview was progressing forward. Now, can we blame him? Mm, yes and no, because my thing is, I'm pretty sure he's really good friends with, some of these entertainers that Cat Williams was speaking about. But we must say that we all have seen it throughout the years. We all have seen the hate, the jealousy that one comedian has showed another that's no longer here, Bernie Mac. Shout out to him. In my personal opinion, he was the funniest one out there. He was the funniest king of comedy out there. And I remember when they had that award show and Steve Harvey was up there. Bernie Mac actually got an award, and I remember this specifically. It was like back in 2005, I believe, 2006. And you should have seen the look on Steve Harvey's face when Bernie Mac got up there and accepted that award. It was a look of just hatred and animosity. And I don't know where that was coming from. So anytime you see him try to give some type of credence to Bernie Mac, it's all to me, it's fake. It's fake. Y'all know how it goes in the industry. But anyway, let's continue on.
I'm just saying I can't let these dudes lie. Cedric's sitting here telling you why he ain't a movie star. He over here look like a walrus. You didn't say.
Oh my goodness. You know what? I don't really have any issues too much with Cedric, but Cat Williams does because apparently He's saying that Cedric stole one of his jokes. And I remember that joke he's talking about. He said that Cedric switched the joke and turned the car to a spaceship or a spaceship to a car and ended up telling that joke at the end of his set at Kings of Comedy. So this is why Katt Williams is going in the way that he is, man. He talked about Faison Love. He talked about Steve Harvey, Ricky Smiley. He talked about Ludacris. He talked about a lot of people, you all.
Kind of know where to go. Let me one more time.
Look. Look, he got to take another shot. Did this not remind you? Did this not remind you of this right here? Did this not remind you or put you in mind a little bit of Charleston White? Look at him looking like a freaking high water fake elf Santa Claus with the pants too tight, looking like a candy cane sitting up there in this demonic holiday spirit. And here's Charleston White. And he went in on Deion Sanders because basically Charleston White called out Deion Sanders, stating that Deion Sanders was a sellout because he pulled from the college team out there. I think it was a college team or something like that, a boys camp. They were doing some type of football. And instead of him sticking with the melanated boys that were out there, he basically pulled from that whole segment and went to another college, I believe. And so that was a very interesting interview. But this one with Charleston White, I think it got up to 6 million views. And I thought that did numbers. You all, Shannon Sharp, that interview is up to 25, almost 26 million views in like a day and a half or 2 days. So let's listen into some of what Charleston White had to say.
It's something like, why you got to go all the way over there? For example, this is quote unquote coming out of what you said. Fuck Deion Sanders and his sons for leaving Jackson State. Fuck Nipsey Hussle. Fuck King Von. Fuck Jay-Z.
Yeah, fuck them niggas.
What? That ain't cooning?
No.
What enlighten me?
They don't say that niggas say fuck LeBron James. LeBron James get mistreated more than any athlete in the world. I ain't saying that for white people.
But niggas don't say that.
Niggas ain't my kind of niggas. These niggas go to white people stadiums and buy popcorn and hot dogs.
So you never been to a football game?
I do, but I ain't paid for it. And I don't buy no hot dogs and popcorn.
So what you do?
I really don't watch sports at all.
So what's your thing?
Strip club, hoes, and po nigga babies. And not fucking their mamas. Like the Little League football coaches. See, I'm the nigga in the projects and in the ghetto that give away the toys, make sure the kids get and don't touch their mama's pussies. I ain't like them other niggas. So I can say fuck Deion, because nigga, Deion coached in my city before with Prime. Nigga, I know the East Side Falcons used to play, so I know about Deion.
Hey, that ain't respect worthy for you to say, you know,
no,
even though.
No.
All right, now this is the part that I wanted to get into, because look at how many times Cam Newton interjects in the conversation. And so what I'm doing is I'm comparing this interview with the with the Katt Williams, Shannon Sharp interview.
That ain't respect worthy. Because what I saw was, and I ain't really saying fuck Deion. I'm telling black people to say fuck Deion, because what happened, we took our love and our support to Colorado.
You heard how he spoke up for him, and they won't. See, what it is these quote unquote celebrities. That's what people want to call them. These people, these athletes and these entertainers, they have such. They feel like they have such authoritative. They think they have like a situation where everybody's just going to look at the good side of them. Nobody's going to recognize their flaws. They only want people to see what they want to show the world, or what they want people to view them as. And it doesn't work that way, because now that people have social media, and now that I didn't know the cat had jumped up there. Now that people have social media, and now that people have a way to, voice their opinions and speak on a public platform, people are not bowing down to these celebrities. People are speaking their opinions, and rightfully so, because these people are not to be idolized. They're not to be worshiped. You know, the Bible talks about idolatry, and that's what they want. They want to feel like idols. So let's continue on to hear what Charleston White has to say.
What about all these HBCUs that's winning or losing? We ain't said high five them. We don't know one black coach at HBCU.
Okay, now stop. Because like I said, behind everything that you say has some truth. But to that, I would suggest you say in that statement, I ain't gonna say per se, fuck Dion. But look, let's leave that part out.
I'm saying it.
That no, but what we receive would be like, yo, even though Deion Sanders had to make a professional decision to go chase a bag that Jackson State didn't necessarily have, let's not forget about the other HBCU coaches that's out there.
Let me
that's
just say,
good.
Deion knew they didn't have the bag when he took that on. It was already an agreement that we know we go struggle. He even agreed to give portions of that to that facility. He already knew this. The white folks just came and do what they always do. Come get the nigga and take the attention that he was going to bring to the spotlight on the HBCU. Now this big old light that could have been on these HBCU is now on this one white school that's 92% white.
So let me ask you this.
So I assume he's going to ask him a question, right? In the middle of all of that, because he doesn't want the point to be proven that Charleston White is trying to make. So he's going to interject quite a few times.
You was in Deion Sanders' situation. You would have stayed at Jackson State?
No. You missing what I'm saying.
No, you missing what I'm saying.
I ain't saying fuck Deion. Deion done what he was supposed to do as a husband and the coach. I'm saying fuck the husband and the coach. Nigga, we don't rally behind no nigga that'll sell out for the white man job. Nigga, go get with the nigga that's still with the niggas down there on that field with them holes in it, like the schools and the shoes. That nigga, we always had a Negro league. Stay in the Negro league, my nigga. Why you gonna take our best and our brightest? So you done went and took the best and the brightest players over here for who to benefit? Not your people. And you done took all your people with their fame and their support for who? A school that's 92% white, and y'all ain't gave not one game to the black HBCU, not Grambling, not Pratt, not one. No celebrity. So you're going to come over here and rally all the best and the brightest players to come over here on Whitey's porch. And you the bait, sir. You and your son, y'all the bait. Nah, my nigga, I ain't with that. So I'm saying fuck him and his son. Nigga, why y'all ain't doing this same support for these little league football teams in y'all city that help them babies get to where Deion is? They don't get that kind of support. They stand on the corners and have the cheerleader little girl looking like hoes dancing, begging for money with buckets.
Okay, now let me.
That's just the little league fundraiser.
Look. Now he's trying to get in there. He's trying to interject right there. Look at the expression on Cam Newton's face with his little high water self. Candy cane wearing high water pants looking self. Look at him. Ho, ho, ho looking self. Look.
Let's just keep it a buck. All right.
Let's just keep it a buck.
Honestly, it make me feel a certain type of way.
Now I'm gonna get to King Von and Nip, but we on Deion right now.
Yeah, we on Deion. It just make me feel a certain type of way because I respect Deion and what Deion got going on. So it's hard for me to hear you say that in a way where I know Deion Sanders' impact in our culture has did way more than anybody else in this society that we're in.
What impact have Deion had?
He brought notoriety to a space that, in essence, really wasn't there before.
What, Denver, Colorado? He brought notoriety to Colorado.
To Jackson State. He brought notoriety to Jackson State.
And then he took it where?
To Colorado. Okay. Now, to make my point, all right? So I'm asking you, Charleston White. You go to a matter of fact, can we keep it funky? Mm-hmm. What's the most that you've ever gotten to do or to be Charleston White?
$40,000 for a 2-day interview.
Okay. 40,000.
All right, so he really think that he's about to make a point right now because he's bringing up money. See, everything about these quote unquote athletes and entertainers is about money. They can never get enough money. And this is the issue that we have with melanated people as a whole in general, because They don't understand the greater cause of sometimes turning away money, sacrificing when it comes to money for the greater good, for the greater good of our people as a whole. Because the point that Charleston White was making is that once you get a certain amount, once you accrue a certain amount of money, when is it not ever enough? Same point that Katt Williams was making. Sometimes you have to turn money down. All money is not good money, people. And you cannot just be controlled by money, because what does that say about your character? So that is going to be the point that is going to be made here in just a moment.
$1,000. Now, if you could say I could change that $40,000 to $400,000, would you just leave that $40,000, or would you go get $400,000?
I'm gonna go get 400,000.
Is that not what Deion Sanders did? Okay, what did Deion Sanders do?
Deion's son is a star quarterback that he's trying to get to the league, and he's fathering his son to the league with nobody else's children in mind. And he's getting a pretty big check to do it. And what he's doing is he's robbing black people of their star power. He's robbing black people of their economics, because he done took it and gave it to the white man. Because the space that you speak of, why not send it back there too? Why leave it here? Why the baby? Why Lil Wayne? Why all these major people don't go stand on the sideline of coaches that's not a celebrity? Why they don't do it to people who not celebrity? Why? Because this is what I know about black people. They worship and they idolize celebrities.
They do.
That's why they are worshiping and idolizing Deion. They worship and idolize celebrities. And so I'm here to say, fuck them celebrities. From King Von to Nip, because when us regular people when we need help, they don't step down and come fuck with us.
Never.
That ain't true.
Man, I've been in the community for the last 12 years. Man, I know Deion lived in Prosper, Texas, Dallas, Texas. Deion was never there outside of his prime organization, football.
But that's him there.
But that's why I'm saying fuck him, because I was in the community with him. I was at the football game with him. I watched how his arrogance walked past the parents and the kids. I saw how arrogant he was to his people. He ain't loving. Man, I done fought with the police. I was at every city council meeting. So when the football and celebrity nigga go to talking, I said, man, y'all talking from up here. I'm talking from down here with these people. I'm in the schools. I'm in the juveniles. I'm in the jails. I'm in the prison. I'm standing on stands swearing on murder cases and capital murder cases. Man, y'all talking from up there. It's easy to say fuck y'all. Easy to say fuck Deion and his son who driving a Rolls Royce, and these kids down here dropping out of school to go strip and sell pussy because they daddies don't have the money to send them because they can't eat, but he got a Rolls Royce that won't pay the parking fine. Now keep putting it in their face. Keep showing up, putting them watches in them kids' face. That's why y'all got robbed in UCLA. See, that's what I'm talking about. The Bible speaks for the least of those. Those kids up there ain't the least of those. That's why I talk about the poor nigga babies.
Okay.
Man, take a look at the look on Cam Newton's face while he's talking.
Okay. So can we keep it funky?
Yes, sir.
Charleston White, it sounds like you a hater.
No. I'm
Call this man a hater.
realist.
No, because you're talking about materialistic things.
No.
Favor ain't fair.
I'm talking about
And
socialism and classism. We ain't talking about favor.
No, but
when you put it in their face, that ain't favor. Because favor is meek, mild, and humble.
So you mad that Shador
No. I'm glad they got robbed.
So Cam Newton said favor ain't fair. Okay.
I'm glad they got robbed. I'm glad they got robbed.
Nah,
I'm glad every school he went to, he done been robbed.
That's cooning.
No, it ain't.
That's cooning.
No,
because you bring it. So see, because why I said
he said that's cooning, y'all. He said that's cooning. So the fact that someone is taking the melanated Black dollars and resources and giving it to the Caucasian community, that's not cooning. See how he switched this all around? That's called gaslighting.
Say that's cooning is you turning your story and your beliefs using your platform to tear down a person who's bringing notoriety to something that wasn't there.
Well, they using their platform to tear down the black school by not giving them the light.
But
because the black school had, this is what I'm saying. Black people for the last 2 years when he was at Jackson State, y'all was HBCU hashtagging. I'm talking about you couldn't get on the internet and not see HBCU hashtag. What happened, y'all? Y'all cooning now. What's the white man with Colorado University? Y'all cooning now. What happened to the HBCU hashtags? That's all I'm saying. What happened? I'm still HBCU hashtag.
Yeah, he puffing on that cigar, right? You know, but they will find any excuse to try to justify their antics and their actions because all these quote unquote entertainers, celebrities, athletes, whatever you want to call them, actors, actresses, get the support of melanated people. If it were not for the melanated attention, melanated dollars supporting what they're doing, they would not be at the threshold level of where they are now. And then once they get to a certain level, they all do the same thing. They turn their backs and go off to the other communities, just like Charleston White, to the point that he's making right now. And instead of Cam Newton acknowledging his point, he is trying to justify what Deion Sanders has done, you all.
And while I'm cooning,
Yes, sir.
and I'm still showing up at the HBCU, buying HBCU girl and rocking it on the major platform. I don't see nobody HBCUing it like me. So who cooning?
So I'm gonna tell you this. You just sit up there and told me that you made $40,000 in 2 days. And you also just told me that if you had an opportunity to make $400,000, you would take that. So the fact that Deion said, hold on, I'll let you finish.
Let me just say, I turned down a $5 million deal with Aiden Ross and Kick to take a $500,000 deal with niggas. I turned down a $5 million deal with Aiden Ross and Kick to come over here to sign a $500,000 deal with niggas so I can stay with my people.
Now, that is something that Asian people will do. That is something that Hispanic people will do. And that is something that even Caucasians will do. Almost all nationalities and ethnic groups acknowledge these points, except for melanated people. They sell each other out at any chance they get because it's all individualistic and it's all about them. This is why, as a people, as a whole, we'll never get anywhere. They care about themselves. Very selfish. Very selfish.
Yeah, they say I'm dumb and stupid. Yeah, I turned down $5 million so I can go sign $500,000. So I can stay with these niggas. I ain't want to sell out and go beat up them white folks. Take all my star power over there with Kick and Aiden Ross with them Jews. I wasn't finna do that, my nigga. I stayed with the niggas. Culture TV. Don't even know if they can give me the whole $500,000. But nigga, I stayed with my people, my nigga. My spirit wouldn't let me do it. So I don't give a damn what Deion taught. Nigga, I sacrificed for it. Yeah, when I told them white folk I'm not leaving my people, they took back it's a curriculum.
He said it's a curriculum, y'all. A curriculum. And we heard Nori say that there are doors you got to walk through. And I bet you 99% of the industry has walked down one of those doors. The man-on-man action, the sacrificial situation, blood sacrifices, and the humiliation rituals. We've seen it. We just saw Tyrese in a Red Devils dress on stage. We just saw Neil dressed up looking like a cow, wearing a freaking cow dress on stage. And these males are happy to do this nonsense for the lifestyle that they can afford for themselves and their families. It's embarrassing.
And for those that know, it's a curriculum called Thinking for a Change. When Obama implemented the My Brother's Keepers initiative, there's a curriculum that's called Thinking for a Change. It's damn near $100,000 curriculum. White folk gave it to me. But they said, Charleston, we want you. We don't want your people. I said, if you take me away from my people, you diminish the value of who I am for my people. I'm going to say it again. When you take me away from my people, you diminish the value of who I am for my people. And I refuse to do that. And Deion diminished his value to his people, for his people, to go over there. You got enough money where you ain't got to do. How much money you want? I don't want 100 million.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't want $1 billion. It's that much harder to get in heaven if you.
Look at Cam. Look at Cam. It's like he's in shock. He can't believe his ears right now because I bet you he's probably one of the ones that would sell out. There are a lot of people that don't care about their people as a whole. They don't care. It's all about them and their family. And this is why melanated people are very individualistic now. We cannot unify. We have to always think as a survival technique, as a survival mode. We have to think for ourselves, because as soon as you think that you have partnership, they will backstab you and sell you out for money. And this has been going on. This is why when Kanye West said slavery was around for so long, because people wanted to stay enslaved. This is why. And even he can't talk because he went with the enemy. Look at who he went and married. He went and married the witches from Arabia. So he really can't say but so much. And every time he wants to have a rant, he wants to get on social media and think that we're supposed to advocate behind him. And who's going to do that when you went with the Arabians? Nothing
You believe that
against
word?
Arabia.
I don't want 100 million, my nigga. I want to walk amongst my people. I want to be able to go to the bottom of the least of those.
Shout out to Gaddafi. Do you all understand that Muammar Gaddafi was able to walk amongst his people without bodyguards, because that's how much the people revered him and supported him? He did not have to ride around in a bulletproof car because he was in fear that his people would shoot him. He was able to make sure that his people was afforded education, books for their education, able to go to college, able to afford houses, live in houses, and pay utilities. He was not acting like the people of all these other countries, including the United States, being selfish and just worried about themselves and throwing scraps at the people. This is why Hillary Clinton had him Killed under the Obama administration. And if you think Obama did not know about it, you are clearly mistaken. Clearly mistaken. This was all an inside job, and she still walks freely, unfortunately. So we are living in the world and the land and the country of the wicked, you all. Melanated people don't have a chance unless they were to unify on one common ground and get on code with one another. But that will never happen as long as they keep selling each other out for money. Hence these quote unquote celebrities that everyone likes to worship.
He can't do that. Him know his son. They go rob him. I ain't been robbed yet, and I sure with no security. I done say fuck.
That's what I'm talking about. You can show up with no security when you are of a certain caliber of person. Would I recommend it for some people? No, because you have people that will try to get you. It doesn't matter, just off the strength of doing it. So I don't recommend people going out here with no security. But when you have a certain type of reverence amongst the people, you can do that, because you know usually a lot of them are going to look out for you. That is the point that I'm making here. And that is the point that he's making as well.
Fuck Nipsey. I done say fuck the Crips. Fuck Raymond Washington. I done disrespected everything these niggas done kill for, and I travel with no security. They can't do that up there.
Nah, that don't mean you ain't been looking over your shoulder.
I ain't been looking over my shoulder.
You
I
been
just went to
pepper
sleep.
spraying.
I just went to sleep in the barber shop and got hit in the head with the pistol in the heel.
All right, so we're going to stop that right there. Okay, and we're going to get back to Katt Williams and get into this interview with Shannon Sharpe, because I'm making parallel comparisons here because they kind of remind me of one another and some of the things that they were saying, and very similar style interviews, you all. Also, I do want to say Katt Williams always kind of reminded me of Prince. Short, light skin, dark black hair, and their voices sound alike. And then it's so funny